Hey everybody, it's your girl Kia. This video, as you already guessed, it's about miscarriages, or about my own miscarriage. This happened 2 months ago. I've been wanting to make the miscarriage video, but I just actually want to make sure I was okay, making this video, talking about it and things. But yeah, it did happen 2 months ago, and I'm gonna tell you guys the story of how it happened. Because I'm okay, December the 6th, which was that Monday, I went to the health department and confirmed my pregnancy from OBGYN. And they scheduled me for my first prenatal appointment in January, which was, 2 months ago. And I can't remember the date though. It was January something, the end of January. But so all they told me to do was, take prenatals, and certain prenatals I should take. So that was December 6th. So in between December and January, I was making videos and everything. Announcing my pregnancy and things to everyone, my family, everybody knew about it. And then so January came. It was January the 10th. January 10th. It was on Monday, and I started to have spotting. So immediately after I seen it, I knew. In my opinion, I didn't think that was normal. So I went to the ER, and they told me that it was normal to spot during pregnancy, your first pregnancy or first trimester. So I didn't think anything about it. I thought it would, go away after a while. It wasn't like it was dark, or it wasn't, bad spotting, because they checked me out and everything. They said my blood was good and everything. So exactly a week later, which was the 17th, on that Monday, the spotting turned from spotting to bleeding, heavy bleeding. And I didn't have any, I was having like cramps a little bit, not really, it wasn't severe or anything. It was just little cramps here and there. But I didn't think it was a miscarriage. I didn't know. It was my first pregnancy. So my boyfriend was there, Jesse. He was there with me, and he has 3 kids already. So he was, it was something. He told me his ex-girlfriend that he got pregnant. She bled a little bit during her pregnancy, which is sometimes normal, but if it has cramping, it's not good. But anyway, I didn't know that at the time. He didn't know that either, but he told me it was something that he's seen before, but it was at a point where it was so heavy, even he was getting a little unsure about it. And I just felt the vibe from him that he wasn't sure about it. Like, whether it's his facial expressions or whatever, it's like he was looking like, like this, like that's a lot of blood. So he had to go to work that morning, like 4 o'clock that morning. It was late that night when it happened. So I took him home. I wanted him to go to the hospital. I wanted to go to the hospital and see why am I bleeding like this, because it can't be good. So I dropped him off at work, or home. I dropped him off at home so he can get some sleep. And I was going to go to the hospital by myself. But, he wanted to go with me, but he really didn't go to sleep or go to work. But anyways, so my mom ended up going with me. Hold on. Yeah, the 17th, January 17th. That's when it happened. I went up there. After a while, they told me it was a miscarriage. They gave me an ultrasound. I didn't see it. I couldn't see it. He was looking at it. The doctor was looking at it, and he told me it was a miscarriage. And at that moment, my heart just dropped. Like, I can actually remember the way it felt. As soon as he told me miscarriage come out of his mouth, my heart just dropped. And I felt so bad. I felt like it was, immediately I felt like it was my fault, like I did something. I immediately felt that it was my fault. And it's like, what he told me is an incomplete miscarriage. So after a while he left and everything. Well, he actually told me it could be a miscarriage. That's what came out of his mouth. It could be a miscarriage. And he said he's gonna run some tests or something like that. But I knew it was a miscarriage. Just him saying it could be a miscarriage, it was a miscarriage. especially, you know, all this stuff happening to me that's not normal, that I didn't think was normal, that my boyfriend didn't even think was normal. I knew it was a miscarriage. So when he left, because it takes him so long, you know, the hospital takes a long time, but in between the doctors coming, after he had left, the doctor had left, they gave me that told me I had a miscarriage. I started feeling sharp pains and things, and I kept having to use the bathroom a lot, like a lot. Kept going back to the bathroom. So I kept going, and every time I go, I'm not trying to be nasty or anything, but this is what happened. And I went to the, every time I go to the bathroom, I'll like have these big clots, blood clots that come out. And like I won't even urinate. You know, I feel like I have to go to the bathroom, but I'll urinate a little bit. It's mainly blood coming out. So after he had announced I had a miscarriage or whatever, I had went to the bathroom again, and I was really hurting. I was really hurting really bad, and I went, and to me, it's like something told me that was my baby coming out. Like, this is it. Something's telling me. I was sitting there. I was like, I think this is it coming out. And as soon as it come out, I instantly felt better. So something told me that was the baby that just passed through. That was the embryo. I can't say it right, but embryo that came out. So it's like I was so scared to just, like, when it come out, I wanted to see, you know, what it looks like, what my baby looks like. So as soon as it happened, I just wanted to see. And it's like, I mean, you know, if I look down, I'm going to be frightened, you know, because it's not exactly a human. But I'll be frightened because all the blood and everything, you know, and sad at the same time. So I did that, but I was like, I wanted to get further away from it so I won't be so scared. But I looked at it, and I didn't flush come out. I didn't want to flush it. I'm not trying to be funny or anything. This is not a funny matter, but I mean, I was looking. I just kept looking. I was like, you know, the toilet was here. I was like way over here at the hospital, looking at that. And I knew that's what it was. And then I finally, maybe about about 5 or so minutes later, I flushed it. I flushed it. I really didn't want to. I just wished I could just put it back up inside of me. Like, I really did. I didn't want to see him go away. And it's like, at the same time, I wanted to you know, you're supposed to keep your tissue so you can find out why it happened. I wanted to do that, but I didn't have anything to grab. I wanted to take it and put it in this bag so the doctors can tell me why did I lose my baby or something. I didn't want to flush. But I did, and I cleaned up and went back. And at the time it was me being up there, I was really sleeping. I could tell that it had happened because I instantly fell asleep and felt so much better. I felt a relief. I mean, you know, the pain or whatever. But the day I found out I was pregnant, they told me I was 5 weeks and 5 days. And that was back in December 6th. So about a month and a half later, having that miscarriage, they still told me I was at that mark 6 weeks. Knowing, you know, a month later I should have been like 7 or 8 weeks. But that told me that, I mean, I've looked on the internet, you know, since it happened and realized that I think my baby has stopped growing at some point in time, and I was still carrying it up until January, like somewhere between when I found out in December until January. My baby had stopped growing. It was just sitting there. And then I finally started having the actual miscarriage. So I ended up having an incomplete miscarriage. So a week later, which was the 24th, or January 24th, was the last day I bled. I bled for a week from the day I had a miscarriage up until a week later. I had bled and I stopped. And then that day I stopped, I went back to the ER to find out if, because I've heard, you know, you can have infections and things like that from a miscarriage, or you can probably not have a baby again. So I went back up to the ER and they told me my cervix was closed. So yeah, that's my miscarriage. And it took, you know, my mom went with me and she asked me, you know, how do I feel? Because she looked, I mean, it didn't seem like I was sad or anything to her. And it was like, I told her I was shocked more than anything. I wasn't sad at that moment when I found out that day it happened. I wasn't sad. I was just shocked. I was like so shocked that it happened. Like, I don't know. I mean, the moment the doctor told me I had the miscarriage, like my heart dropped. Like I was sad for like that instant. Yeah, and then it went away, and I was just like shocked. Like, I can't believe this happened. It didn't happen. I can't believe this happened. Like, that was just going through my head. And I was like, yeah, I do feel sad, but I feel more shocked than anything. Okay, the whole pregnancy, the length of the little bit I had of a pregnancy, I've had 2 ultrasounds. The first one, I seen the baby was actually there, but I couldn't, it was so teeny, it wasn't a baby or anything. And there was another one I had when I had a miscarriage, but I didn't get to see that one. I never heard a heartbeat. I mean, they never detected a heartbeat or anything. They never set it up, we're going to look for the heartbeat or whatever. I never heard a heartbeat or anything. I didn't actually see a baby, so it's like, to me, if that would have happened, if I would have heard a heartbeat or actually seen the baby or felt the baby move inside of me, it would be even harder for me to get over this miscarriage. Like, some people I found on YouTube and some people I actually know that's had a miscarriage, and I just know it's something, for some people it takes a long time for them to get over, and so for some people it just never, they can never get over. It's something for life. I mean, I would never ever forget that. That was my first pregnancy. But it's just certain things, like me, believing in God, and things happen for a reason, and He makes no mistakes, and the support of family and friends and everything like that, and all that just helped me get over, I'm not get over it, but feel better about it. And it's just, I just believe it just wasn't my time to have that baby. And I even feel that spirit that was in that body that didn't carry on inside of me, it's like that spirit is with God right now, and whenever it's my turn to have a child, that spirit returned to me. So that's the way I feel about it. Like, my baby is in heaven right now still with the Lord, and one day they'll return to me when it's right. And today I actually found out that one of my friends had a miscarriage today. Well, it wasn't actually today, but I just found out today that she had a miscarriage. And I really feel bad for her. I really do. I mean, she was a whole lot farther along than I was. I think she was about 11 weeks, and I was six weeks when I think I was about 6 weeks. I'm not sure. And I asked her sister, because she didn't actually tell me, but her sister told me. I asked her how it happened. She told me that stress, and her sister, the one that told me she had a miscarriage, actually had a miscarriage too, but she's got a child now though. But she had a miscarriage, and for the same reason, was stress. And knowing me, I was stressed out when I was pregnant. I'm stressed out now. I've been stressed out like for years. I mainly want to make this video to share my feelings, my experience with my miscarriage, and that time does heal pain. You have to give it time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in one day. And you really do, I mean, at first you probably want to be alone, but after a while, time will heal. You'll get through it, and you can try again. Just to give your body time to heal, but your mind and your body time to heal before you try again. But that was my experience.